I was sitting here, we were chatting about the reset and just kind of the review on the reset and how you felt about it. You had mentioned that, well, here, I'll let you just talk about like the meals and the planning and going into it and then what you got out of it.
Going into it, I really just chose to do the reset because I wanted to find a healthier way of eating, and I thought I was eating healthy already, but I wanted to do that with my husband because he sometimes didn't make the best choices. That's the hubby. And
because this hot lady is taken, unfortunately, for all those viewers. And that's a nice bling.
And so he was really wanting to do it, and I knew that it was not a journey that he could do it on his own, but it wouldn't be easy if I wasn't there supporting him along the way. And I thought, well, let's see. I didn't have weight loss goals or anything like that. I just wanted to do it to support my husband and see what happened.
Yeah.
And in the end, Eddie lost 27 pounds, and he looks phenomenal and lost 7 inches off his waist. And I lost 13 pounds, and I did not expect to lose 13 pounds because it was going off. I was losing weight really slowly, but I started to feel my the bloating go away. I started to just feel better. And it was just a phenomenal experience. I enjoyed being in the kitchen with my husband and cooking foods with him, enjoying food for what it was made for. Not the processed foods, not the quick meal you can grab and go, but actually sitting and enjoying and understanding what we were putting in our body and why it was fuel for us.
And I liked it because I didn't know that they actually had a video from a celebrity chef that would actually show you how to cook the meals also. So if you didn't know, it should, do you want to talk a little about that?
What's really cool is Beachbody has an ultimate reset page, and you log in prior to your reset and you indicate what your start date is. And actually every morning, as of your start date, so you have to do it at least 24 hours in advance, register for it, they'll send you an email. And the email will give you your recipes, and they'll tell you what you're going to be eating that day. And then by clicking on those recipes, it also allows you to view a video. And in that video, the chef indicates why you're cooking what you're cooking, best practices, how the foods were used in ancient times. She ties it in a great way so that you understand that food is not, food is fun. Yes, you love to eat it, but really what is the purpose of food? And it's not
nutrients too. The nutrients, everything. She explained the nutrients and what it does to your body, which is great because it just helped us understand where it's going to help us. The energy or whatever it is that we're struggling with. What specific food may help that specific area? I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, coconut milk. She talks about using coconut milk, and I had no idea what coconut milk other than it tasted good when I mixed it with my Shakeology. And so when she indicated that it's great for burning fat, I'm like all over it now. What can I use with coconut milk? Let me go buy gallons of this stuff if I can. Because now I'm a huge fan. But, we're not experts in any of this. We're just people. And being able to experience that and do it and then feel the changes that are going through your body over the 21 days as you're doing this it was just phenomenal. I enjoyed it tremendously.
Review the part you talked about, and I thought this was really the turning point on the conversation. Was before you said you would do things, when you were overweight, taking a few years back, but when you were overweight, you would just do things, but yourself wasn't the priority. If you could talk a little to that, because I thought that was huge.
Oh, thanks. A couple of years ago, I was 306 pounds, and I really was not putting myself first. My focus was not on me. And it was on everybody else, taking care of everybody else's wants and desires, sacrificing what I needed to help others. And in particular my career, I was definitely investing a whole lot of time in that. Only because I think I lacked the confidence. Because, it's easy to disappoint yourself, but you don't ever want to disappoint people. Because who's going to get mad at me if I disappoint myself, Yeah. And so disappointing others, there's feedback right away that you can experience. And so when I decided that, losing weight was what I needed to do, I had to change my whole mentality about everything. I had to change my perspective on what was important. I had to reprioritize everything. And basically it came down to this. If I didn't put myself first, nobody else was going to. Nobody's taking care of me. Mm-hmm. And I then took my health and fitness by the horns and said, okay, I'm going to do this. And I'm in it to win it. and I had to have a conversation with my boss and said, I can't be doing these certain things anymore. You have other employees. I need to take time for me. And so I did. I put myself first for the first time, and I selfishly said no to people. I always said yes to everyone except for me. And as I started saying yes to myself and saying no to other people, and with that, I actually was more empowered, more stronger, and better equipped to help other people because I had the energy, I had the willpower, and it was amazing because I always wanted to do certain things, but I couldn't because my body gave out on me. But the minute I became healthy, I was a better resource for others, including myself. And so that was really the turning point for me, was I needed to put myself first so I could have a family and take care of them and do those things that I'd always wanted.
And that kind of played out, if you could go over, when you were at the reception last night for the dessert table.
Oh, the dessert table. So it was very tempting. It was very pretty and well adorned with all these wonderful lemon meringue little things and brownies, and I looked at it and I thought, oh, that's nice, and I walked away. And instead I grabbed fruit. I did give in, I got a chocolate covered strawberry, but I justified that. It was one. So I don't fully deprive myself of certain things.
Chocolate's not that entirely bad.
Yeah, and it was dark chocolate, so I feel good about
antioxidants.
I feel good about my good bad decision. But really it's saying no to things that I know that are not good for me. And although I look at it and I'm thinking, wow, this is great, I also know what could happen, because one leads to another, to another, to another. And part of the reason I was at 306 pounds at some point in my life, and I just don't want to go back there. And sometimes when you open that door and you think you're just kind of cracking it, you're really pushing it wide open, because there's a big breeze that's gonna or gust of wind that's gonna, I just I can't afford it. My life is too important. My future is too important to lose my health over something that is just going to be a moment in time.
And besides the reset, bringing you guys, you were saying it brought you guys a little closer together with the prepping the foods and planning out your meals. Because, food brings people together, I think, overall. But what was your biggest strength that you came out with from the Ultimate Reset?
I think for me the biggest strength was patience. I'm a very impatient person, and being able to sit there and wait for food, or sit there and kind of like go through the headaches or go through the different detox progress. The process of being able to kind of like just sit there and be patient with just the whole process. It really allowed me and Victoria to kind of just have a stronger relationship, I think. It wasn't even the fact that we weren't going through the same things, but for some reason, being able to commit to the reset allowed us to kind of just really, focus more on each other. And it's just been phenomenal. I think that I'm more patient not only with the eating now, with the chewing, which was, that first couple of days I was like, oh, come on, really? But, just with my workouts now, I'm very patient with them. And I know that it's not a, quick fix. It's something that I have to work really hard at. And Victoria and I just have really worked together. And the patience has just been, it's kind of been phenomenal. Because I've always been an impatient person. So
definitely he's been impatient. And what was really neat is as long as we've been together, we've had almost like two separate lives. We still had shared a life together, but he's here, I'm here, we're running around doing something. You grab food, you do this, you do whatever, and that one really brought us together to sit down and enjoy meals together. So definitely enjoyed it.
Forgot one thing. We had to do a little edit, but it's a really cool fact. So go ahead about the Ultimate Reset.
I used to have really horrible skin. I was even taking Accutane for a period of time. However, Ultimate Reset cleared up my skin. I was really excited. Your skin is one of your organs that does need detoxifying, and the Ultimate Reset definitely did this for me, and so I'm extremely grateful. So thank you, Beachbody.
Well, thanks, guys, for your time and going over the reset and just kind of your journey. it's inspiring. I enjoyed it, so hopefully everybody else can as well.
Well, I hope they all jump on their ultimate reset, and then we can hear their stories.
Exactly.